We all know that anime, manga, and even manhwa have a bit of a stereotyping issue.
Bruh.
And are, at times, one step away from minstrelsy.
Bruh.
From Piccolo to Popo, the genre isn't exactly subtle, if you know what I mean. Not to mention the fact that people think Indian equals Sikh, or Indian equals Arab, which also isn't represented great. So, besides being the butt of a joke, or having white people yell li 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 li, or hide behind cartoon brownface,
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
or literal brown face, or just taking away the brown entirely, like this magic card. By the way, Chandra is a boy's name, and here is an actual girl version of the name, Chandani. It also refers to Chandruru, which means the moon, which makes no sense why someone chose the moon to represent a red card from the plane of fire. It just makes no sense. I have no idea who decided that this character using an Indian boy's name would be better skinned as a red-headed white woman. Indians don't exactly have the most favorable of impressions, unless you're considering like looking upon a court jester as a favorable impression, or unless someone is using guru to make themselves have a pseudo-ethos.
Hello, I'm here to teach you how to navigate the internet again. Nobody, especially an Indian man that calls himself a guru, is a guru. And this is exactly who you're thinking about, and also the other ones that you're thinking about. A real Indian guru, a genuine guru, they're like Brahmins, they're like ascetics. They fuck off to the mountains or the forest and they meditate for years and years and they figure out a way of life. They don't seek out students and charge them money. Students seek them out and beg them to teach them their ways of life. That is a guru. Your students call you a guru. It's not motherfuckers on YouTube. Use your brain! Use your brain! Use your brain!
However, where other people tend to slot Indians into places, in the more spiritual side of, like the tenets of Tantric Buddhism and Hindu lore are used all the time without a brown or an Indian person in sight.
The fourth chakra is located in the heart. It deals with love and is blocked by grief. Lay all your grief out in front of you. You have indeed felt a great loss. But love is a form of energy, and it swirls all around us. The air nomad's love for you has not left this world. It is still inside of your heart, and is reborn in the form of new love. Let the pain flow away. Very good.
Can I have some onion banana juice, please?
People love Indian myth and mythos, but hate Indians, I guess?
I only see one race.
Ugh.
The human race.
Now don't get it twisted, I still love a lot of the manga and manhwa and anime that reference Indian myth and philosophy, and in fact, I'm stoked when it's referenced. I mean, look behind me, I love Hunter x Hunter, and this is Chairman Netero's ultimate move.
Type Guanyin Bodhisattva! First hand!
But I mean still, would it kill ya to skin this guy brown? I mean, come on. Give me more characters like Avdol. And yes, before you say anything, I know he's not Indian, he's like Egyptian or something. This happens a lot in manga and manhwa too. The first time I encountered this was in a manga called Aphorism. I read it a while ago and it was probably my first encounter with this sort of thing. It seems to constantly reference Hindu and Indian mythology, even naming someone Krishna and Yama. But I don't think there is a single brown person at all, even amongst the peripheral side characters, let alone someone of Indian descent. Actually, I just checked and yeah, not a one. Manga, manhwa, and anime have a long way to go before we normalize a main character that is brown, let alone Indian. So in lieu of that, here are 3 mangas I would recommend that are great places to start that won't just throw you Mr. Popo.
Bruh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
A great place to start is a webtoon I would recommend called Ordeal. Now, if you want some banger art, then you'd be hard-pressed to find better. The plot is pretty simple, and it follows the story of Che, and his journey in a world filled with superhuman Kimyos is trying to become the greatest fighter of all time. Like I said, the plot is pretty simple. Its strength is definitely in the amazing art and flashy displays of power. The next story I would recommend has a super creepy premise. All is seemingly normal in this little town, that is except for the fact that everyone is wearing these strange animal heads. As the story progresses, we slowly see just how normal this little town and its inhabitants are. The premise is super fun and really creepy, and it does such a great job of dangling a mystery in front of you, giving you little clues to keep you engaged in this ongoing mystery. This is one I would absolutely recommend. The last story I would recommend is called Black Sun, and it follows the story of Yu, who one day has his mother suddenly murdered in front of him by a demon. The story follows his journey as he discovers his family was part of a secret shinobi society tasked with protecting the world from these demons. It's a fun premise and has some killer fights. Indian myth, philosophy, and lore are so much fun and have a lot of great stories waiting to make even more great stories. Here's to hoping it happens and we eventually get an Indian main character. Thanks for watching!
Rudra, you must be the strongest god in the whole world. This fight is
I lose. I said I lose.
What? Rudra, what do you mean? Why would you say that?
Shiva, when someone fights you with all they've got, you have to give it your all too. You can't hold anything back when someone's putting everything they have on the line. Because that hurts them worse than death ever could!
Rudra, but you wanted this. You wanted to climb to the top. This was your dream.
Don't cry, you idiot. 1,116 gods. And you're the top out of all of us. No question! Shiva, take care of them all, okay?
You leave me no choice.
That dream was the most fun I've ever had! Thanks for that. Right. You take care of yourself, Shiva.
No pressure, right?
That was how Shiva came to stand at the top of the gods of India. And in exchange, he lost his best friend.